U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis.
Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now Cousins' throw going to be pulled in by Addison.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Madison will score. Touchdown, Vikings. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And Dallas Flowers going to bring this out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Minshew and the Colts going to come up here 1st and 10
at the 20.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's Minshew. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now Minshew on 1st and 10.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Play action now. Cousins.
This is caught by Addison.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Here's Madison running on first down.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now Cousins.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal.
Cousins forced out to his left.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Fourth down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Throwing on first down is Minshew. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now a timeout called for by the offense. Two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Now to approach this. Third down and 16 yards to go. Now it's Richardson.
On the move to his left.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Richardson going on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7. They go play action with Richardson. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown. Shane Steichen, aggressive as a play caller. He's going to go for 2 here. Richardson will throw for it.
And he'll get in for the 2 points, and in so doing, cut the deficit to 2 points. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a throw here, hauled in. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th.
That is caught. He will have the conversion and more than that. Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Jordan Addison,
59 yards.
and the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and that'll make the score 17-8.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Now Richardson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Off the play fake, Cousins.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A great play there. 27 yards.
And the Vikings are able to stretch out their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about the defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They'll drop this down to Taylor, and he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This is 2nd and 8. Now Richardson back to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Already up 2 touchdowns. How about that drive killer of a sack there to add to their good play? This offense coming away with no points now when some kind of score was desperately needed.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They go play action. Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Play fake. Cousins.
That's caught downfield by Addison. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
They'll try to run with Madison, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Now Cousins sees something. He's going to change this around.
2nd and 4. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hockenson from 4 yards out. And the Vikings continue to pull away here this first half. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Dancing to his left. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Yeah, Richardson yet again eluding the pressure right. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard, facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Richardson looking to throw.
Buying time to his left.
That's complete to his running back, Taylor.
All that for a 2-yard gain, second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
On third down, here's Taylor.
Oh, some strong running. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
89 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Back to Taylor on first down. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Now the offense moving quickly to the line.
Now Richardson going to shift things up. On second down, it's Taylor.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will remain a 23-point deficit.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like the empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Second down, Cousins.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And he's taken down inside the 30. On the handoff, this is Taylor. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
2nd and 9. Richardson.
They'll roll him out right. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
And they'll go to the air now with Richardson.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Anthony Richardson
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Colts get a bit closer. Shane Steichen, aggressive as a play caller. He's going to go for 2 here.
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Play action now. Cousins. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack. And here's Ryan Wright now.
And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Now a give to Taylor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And they're going to speed things up here. Now it's Richardson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The Colts on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Taylor. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Taylor. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Richardson looking to throw this.
Steps away to his left. And it'll be intercepted.
Mekhi Blackman's got it. And the Vikings are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
The tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
And the defense loses him. It's complete.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And he goes diving to get as much as he can, following a big gain. A nice little cherry on top there at the end. Oh, he didn't
spike, and he faked it. But it's not going to work. He'll go down. They got him. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. Still going past the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Colts. Now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. They'll let Taylor try and run. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Going to run with Madison again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. And quickly, they get to the line. On 2nd down, this is Madison. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. On 3rd down, they run with Madison. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Joseph's got it, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Looking to throw. Richardson.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Richardson to throw off play action.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Escaping the pressure right.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Going for it on fourth, Richardson. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Morale Cox. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Throwing here, Cousins. This is caught by Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Addison, 65 yards. And the Vikings up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he's got Pierce.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
On first down, Richardson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned.
Why are they giving the ball to one? I was way in the end zone.
And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early?
I gotta get out of there.
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Well, partner, under the lights in